Open up. This is the HOA police. The pounding on the door was so loud the neighbors peeked from their windows. Inside, Marcus Johnson froze. He was a tall, sharp-eyed black man in his 40s, quietly enjoying his Saturday morning coffee when the chaos erupted. On his front porch stood 3 men in fake uniforms. Shiny badges clipped to their shirts, hands resting on cheap-looking holsters. Behind them, Karen, the notorious HOA busybody of the neighborhood, watched with folded arms and a smug grin. One of the imposters shouted, "You're under arrest for violating HOA pool rules. Step outside immediately." The crowd of neighbors whispered, "Is this real? Can the HOA really do that?" But Marcus didn't flinch. He calmly set his coffee cup down, stepped outside, and asked with quiet authority that made the men hesitate, "Do you even know who you're talking to?" Karen smirked. "Doesn't matter who you are. In this neighborhood, we make the rules." Little did she know, Marcus wasn't just a homeowner. He was one of the most feared FBI agents in the country, known for exposing corruption and tearing apart fake law enforcement rings. The imposters puffed their chests, trying to look official. Their fake badges gleamed under the sun, but their nerves showed in the way their hands twitched near their belts. One barked, "Don't ask questions, just come with us." HOA orders. Marcus folded his arms, his calm presence making the men look even more foolish. "HOA orders," he repeated slowly, his voice carrying the weight of authority. "I've worked with real federal officers for 2 decades. I know the law inside and out. And let me tell you something. HOAs don't get to arrest people." The crowd of neighbors chuckled nervously. Karen's jaw tightened. She hissed, "Stop laughing. He's dangerous. That pool is guests' attitude. It all breaks the rules. I warned you all he doesn't belong here." Marcus turned his sharp gaze on her. "Rules? Or is it just me you have a problem with, Karen?" Her face flushed red, but she doubled down. "Don't play the victim card. This is my neighborhood, and I'll decide who fits in it." The fake officers tried to regain control. One stepped forward, grabbing Marcus's wrist. "Enough talk. You're coming with us, now." But the grip didn't last long. Marcus pulled free with a simple twist, his movements quick, controlled, and precise, the kind only years of training could give. The man stumbled back, eyes wide. Marcus leaned closer, his voice low and dangerous. "You've made a mistake. A big one. You thought I'd roll over? You thought I'd let you humiliate me in front of my kids? Wrong, man." And then, with one subtle snap of his fingers, the sound of engines filled the street. 2 black SUVs rolled in, stopping sharply at the curb. Doors swung open, and real federal agents poured out like shadows. The game had just changed. The street froze as the SUVs stopped with a screech. Neighbors gasped, clutching their phones tighter, unsure if they were witnessing a movie scene or real life. From a vehicle stepped out federal agents in black tactical gear, their vests marked with bold yellow letters, FBI. The imposters' faces drained of color. One whispered hoarsely, "Well, what's going on?" Marcus took a step forward, his posture calm but commanding. "What's going on," he said slowly, "is that you picked the wrong house, the wrong man, and the wrong day." Karen's eyes darted wildly between Marcus and the federal agents. Wait, no, this isn't right. He's just a troublemaker homeowner." Marcus reached into his jacket and flashed his real badge, polished, official, unmistakable. The sunlight gleamed on it, silencing everyone around. He spoke with deliberate clarity. "My name is Marcus Johnson, Supervisory Special Agent, FBI, and you," he pointed directly at the imposters, "are under arrest for impersonating federal officers." The crowd erupted in murmurs. "He's FBI," someone whispered. Another neighbor muttered, "No wonder he's always so calm." One of the fake officers stammered, "We were just helping the HOA." "Helping?" Marcus cut him off sharply. "By threatening an innocent man on a property? By pretending to enforce laws you don't even understand?" Karen's voice cracked. "I didn't know he was FBI. I didn't know." Marcus turned his gaze on her, his tone ice cold. "You didn't care who I was. You just wanted me out because I didn't fit your picture of this neighborhood." The imposter's hands trembled as real agents moved in, cuffing them one by one. The neighborhood stood in stunned silence. And in that silence, everyone realized Marcus wasn't just another homeowner. He was a one-man nobody should have dared to cross. The imposters didn't resist. Their fake bravado had melted into fear as the real FBI agents yanked their flimsy badges and snapped cold steel cuffs around their wrists. The once smug HOA police now stood trembling like schoolboys caught in a lie. The lead agent barked, impersonating federal officers, attempted unlawful detainment and conspiracy. You're all going away for a long time. The neighborhood buzzed with gasps and whispers. Some were recording every second, others shaking their heads in disbelief. A teenager muttered, "Man, Karen really messed up this time." Karen, however, wasn't ready to accept defeat. She stomped forward, pointing at Marcus with trembling hands. "This is harassment. He's dangerous. I was just protecting the neighborhood." Marcus's sharp gaze cut her down where she stood. His voice was steady, calm, but with a weight that silenced everyone. "Protecting the neighborhood? Or protecting your pride? You hired criminals to intimidate me. You didn't care who got hurt. You just wanted control." Karen's voice cracked. You can't prove that." Without a word, Marcus pulled out his phone and tapped a button. On the screen glowed screenshots of her texts, payments, instructions, and the chilling line, "Make it look official. He won't fight back." The crowd gasped as the truth was laid bare. Neighbors who once tolerated Karen now shook their heads in disgust. One woman whispered, "All this time, and she finally showed who she really is." Karen's knees buckled. No, you can't do this to me," she screamed as two agents grabbed her arms and cuffed her too. The same woman who had used rules and fear to control her community now stood exposed, powerless, and humiliated. For the first time in years, the neighborhood didn't fear Karen. They pitted her. As the SUVs drove away, neighbors lingered in stunned silence. The same cul-de-sac that had once been ruled by Karen's loud voice now felt lighter, freer. Parents pulled their children closer, whispering, "That's what real courage looks like." Marcus turned to the crowd, his kids holding his hands. His voice carried the calm authority of a man who had seen too much to be shaken. "Let today remind you, power isn't about shouting the loudest or bullying the weakest. Real power is truth, and truth doesn't bow to lies, no matter how loud they get." The neighbors nodded, some even clapping softly. The same phones that once captured Karen's rants were now filled with videos of her downfall. That evening, a single message echoed in the community chat: "Never mess with Marcus." Because now they all knew he wasn't just a homeowner. He was justice itself.